What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be working on the Cobalt some more, looking at some parts we picked up and taking a little more look at the damage. So let's get to it.
Don't slam the fucking door. No more.
Alright guys, so in the last video I had mentioned going to the junkyard, and if you saw the last junkyard video, we were actually at the junkyard that day getting some parts for the car. I think Mike shot a few clips, so we can watch those now.
So here's the car Rob got all the parts off of for the rebuild of the Cobalt SS. This one is a Pontiac Pursuit GT actually. Pretty nice car. It's an 06. Has a full leather interior. But yeah, it provided a lot of good parts.
Alright, so those are the parts we got, or the car we got them off of was a Pontiac Pursuit, like a 2006. The cool thing is it was the exact same color. So I'll show you what we ended up picking up. Crash bar, rebar, whatever you want to call it. The foam that goes over top, like this. However that goes. New license plate thing, because we have to run a front license plate. New headlight bucket, because the one on there was damaged, or is damaged. This bracket for the fender and the inner liner, because it was damaged. And then the other things we got are the door and the fender. And as you can see, I already kind of test fitted the stuff on there to see how it fits. The fender actually fits really good. The gap between the hood and the fender's really nice. And then the fender fits really good. So as far as I can see, there isn't really any damage to this front section here. And then I threw the door on, but the door is actually kind of loose on there. Like if I tighten the hinges up all the way, it wouldn't fit good. And that's because I believe, as I said in the last video, that this whole kind of pillar has been pushed in. If you take a look at the rocker panel here, you can see with the new fender on how much this is actually pushed in. There's quite a gap here, and obviously there it's all pushed in. So what I'm gonna do tonight is I have to take this fender and this door off again, and then put on the old door, put on the old fender, and then it has to go in for the frame integrity inspection tomorrow. I already talked to the guy. We're gonna trailer it over there tomorrow, get him to look at it, and then he'll kind of come up with a plan of what we need to do to fix it, in terms of, do we need to pull this? Do we need to cut something out and replace it? Unfortunately, it's sounding like if anything needs to be like cut out and re-welded in, I can't do it, because you have to be certified, etc., in order to weld stuff. And he's also going to look at the front end, of course, to see if there's anything bent there and take some measurements. Like, I don't think there is anything bent in the rails myself, but I don't know, right? So we'll find out once they put on the frame machine. Possibly I'll take some video there. I don't know. I don't know how the person who owns the place is about things like that. But if not, I'll keep you guys in the loop, obviously. This door is actually really good. It's the exact same color, same mirror, same power windows, locks, everything, same tint basically, same door panel on the inside. So it's the actual identical door to what was on there. We're gonna switch over to the door panel that was on the car, even though this one is pretty much exactly the same. And yeah, so we'll get to work now. We'll start taking this stuff back off again, and then we'll put the old stuff back on, because that's how it has to go there. And then we'll see what happens. First thing we'll do is get this fender off, which is pretty simple. There's only a few bolts. Oh, actually, I have to jack it up, because there's a couple bolts on the inside. I think I tightened them. Let's see. There's 2 bolts down here. Oh, which I only figured one in. Yeah, so there's a bolt in here. I'll have to get the jack and take the wheel off. Alright, so I got it jacked up. I don't think I need to take the wheel off, because I think it's just this one bolt right here. There goes the fender. It's funny how flimsy these fenders are, but this one actually is a OEM GM fender. It's not a aftermarket like the one that I took off of there, so that's good. And it's in really good shape, no rust, and as you can tell, the exact same color as the car, so that's good. I'll take you in for a closer look. So you can see that the door fit, like, it looks really good. It fits exactly how it's supposed to, pretty much. It's a little far back here. It should go forward a little bit, but if you take a look here, you can see, I think you can see that there's a gap there. This bolt's not tight. And then this one, I actually put some like washers and stuff, and it's not even tight. Well, this bolt I guess is, but I can put my whole finger in here between the hinge. So that shows you how much it's pushed in. And then if you go like that, you can really see how much it's pushed in. So even though it didn't look like that much with the old door on, definitely with this proper door on, it definitely pushed in a bunch. So hopefully we're gonna be able to, you know, save this. They can pull it or something like that, but I guess we're gonna see. So now we'll get the door taken off. So bolts I put in there. But it was definitely a good way to tell kind of how much, without measuring of course, how much this was actually pushed in. And so, yeah. Get this wiring out of here, which is now stuck. There we go. Now the tricky part of getting the door off without damaging anything. I can show you guys this door, how it's same. It's even got the Pioneer speaker, exact same door panel, all that kind of stuff. So I'll move this out of the way, and then I guess we're gonna just basically put the old door and the old fender back on. Here you can see this bracket, it's all bent, but that's why I got another one for it. So yeah, I'll get this out of the way, and then we can put the old stuff back on. Now that I have the door off, I'll give you a little closer look. So I did some extra looking in here, and if I pull the carpet back, I can definitely tell. I'll get a light so you guys can see a little bit better. Which is never turned off apparently. Okay, so if I put the light in there, pull this carpet back, you should be able to see that right there where that crease is, and then like right there, if I pull this rubber up, you can actually see it's kind of squished or bent right there. So this whole section here is definitely pushed in a bit right here. So this all has to come out. I'm pretty sure that I don't know, but from what I know, I'm pretty sure if they were to grab onto it here, weld something to this and pull this rocker, this should all pull back with it. I mean, let's be honest, this isn't a 71 GTO or something where they were actually built really strong. You know, these cars are built like tin cans. I'm pretty sure if I took a sledgehammer and I, you know, smashed on that, it would push it out a whole bunch, but I'm not allowed to do that, so I can't. Yeah, so like I said, this whole new integrity thing, while it's good, it kind of ties my hands in doing things that I probably could do myself. I could attach a come along to there, probably pull it. I mean, you probably could pull it. If the car wasn't a write-off, like if I had crashed it and then just was fixing it myself, it wouldn't be an issue, but because the car was deemed a loss and now I'm fixing it and it needs to go through this inspection, it has to be fixed properly. And I mean, I want it to be fixed properly. I just think I probably could do some of this stuff myself here, you know, but unfortunately with the new rules, I can't do that. So let's throw the door back on and the fender back on and get this thing ready to go for its inspection. All right, I'm gonna wrangle this door onto there. This one's should be a little lighter, so it shouldn't be as hard to put on that. Please don't fall off. This is what I would need, right? For it to fall on my car. Okay, we got a bolt in there. We're safe. I need to get this kind of in the same place it was so that the door, because the door still does latch and open and close. So I have to make sure that it still does that. Yeah. I think I can go up a bit on the front. Maybe that was good where it was. Wow, so it went from actually looking not bad to looking like garbage again. But that's okay. It is what it is, right? Once the door stays on and it's closed. Now, put the crumpled up fender back on. I'm really excited to get this thing to the frame place so that it can get whatever needs to get done there, whether it's straightening the frame or pulling it or replacing parts or whatever the case is, so that I can get it back home and finish it. Because once they do their thing where it's pulling things out or whatever, getting everything back the way it's supposed to be, then I can bring it home and then I can do the body work and put the new door on and like start fixing all that stuff and the front suspension, whatever needs to be replaced on it. I definitely would like to get this thing together because I have a GTO to work on. But once this thing goes tomorrow, then hopefully on the weekend I'll be able to get back onto the GTO and get some stuff done on it. So there it is. I guess I'll have to put that fender liner kind of back in there too, which I guess I'll find the clips for that. All right, guys, so there it is. Doors on, fenders on. It's all kind of back together for now. Ready to go to the integrity shop. So I think that's going to be it for tonight. We'll catch back up with you tomorrow when we're loading this thing up and we're taking it to the frame shop. Hey, what's up, guys? So it is the next day, and as you can see, the car is gone. So I took the car to the shop. I kind of screwed up. I meant to film it and I was kind of in a rush, so I never ended up filming anything. I mean, not that there was much to see. We loaded it on Clayton's trailer. We took it to the place. We dropped it off. Yeah, so it's there. We'll have to wait a few days until he checks it out and does his pre-inspection, and then he'll tell us what we need to fix, and then we'll start fixing it, or he'll do some pulling and then we'll get it back. We'll have to wait till the next episode to see that. So yeah, this one's gonna maybe be a little short, but that's all I got for you today. So like always, like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. We'll check you later.